What's up, YouTube? I wanted to do a quick video about an album that I just got. It's actually a bit of an early Valentine's Day present, and it's Death Revenge by Exhumed. I've been aware of this band for a while, um, probably like 10 to 12 years, and I've checked them out here and there, and I never really got into them, but this one in particular grabbed me, and I'm going to go over why. I'm going to show you like my copy of it. So I was able to get one of the splatter editions off of Discogs, and here's the vinyl itself. Uh, it's got, they call it like a bone blood splatter, but really sick color on it. But yeah, there's the vinyl actually itself. Excuse me. And then yeah, the booklet is cool too because well, first off, it's basically a concept album about these two murderers in Scotland. I guess there was some sort of a deal where there was a kind of a for-profit industry sprung up from bringing in corpses for like medical procedures or like I guess experimentation or something. But these guys, I guess, were robbing graves and saw that it was a lucrative business and just started straight up killing people to get bodies for money. Anyway, so if you look at the actual book itself, it's a giant fold-out poster, but it's got all kinds of stuff in here. So it's got these like woodcut looking pictures, and what's really interesting, and I'm really listening to it to trying to figure it out because it's listed some of the artists that are credited on here. Like two of the members of the band are basically playing the parts of Dr. Robert Knox and William Hare. And if you look at the actual lyrics on the paper, it actually looks like they're acting out the parts in the music. As well as there's a lot of other really interesting stuff. Like it's actually playing out like a story, I guess, if you look at the different stuff in the lyric booklet. As well as there's like excerpts from stuff. You've got Shakespeare being quoted in this thing. There's other different things from that time period. Uh, anyway, but this is probably like the classiest that you can possibly get with death metal. I mean, they committed to doing a full concept album to where not only they're doing this concept and it's fleshed out through each of the different songs and the parts of the story that are in it, but they actually seem to be playing the parts of the different people. It's absolutely insane, which this is why it kind of grabbed me, is what they did with this album. Now, I know that I've listened to a lot of Exhumed fans talk about this album, and I know that it's not it's considered a bad album by any stretch. They like it, but not as much as the older stuff because it's a little more melodic. I actually like that as a new Exhumed fan who likes a lot of other different stuff. I actually kind of prefer, my kind of center is stuff like At the Gates as far as what I like to listen to, like the old melodic death. So for me, that's a plus, not a minus. That's another thing that kind of grabs me more than it would have normally. Uh, the cover itself too. I mean, if you look at this, it's like an old 70s horror poster. Just absolute commitment to the atmosphere that they're trying to create with this, to the cover and to the artwork. I mean, it's almost like you're looking at these old case files, like these old documents. I mean, they could have just done a traditional lyric sheet, but it actually looks like old, dirty, folded up newspaper with like stains and shit on it. But this is definitely like a good example of how to do packaging and how to put your product out. If you're gonna do like a concept album, I mean, they went 100% with everything in it. I mean, as far as the actual musical content itself, it's what I prefer in the old school death metal because it doesn't get too monotonous like a lot of old school death metal does. It stays fresh. There's a lot of variance between the different songs, which is good and definitely appreciated by me, as well as it looks like two members are handling two sets of vocals, which is great because they have two different screaming voices, which I guess complements also, once again, the playing of the two different parts in the story. So it definitely, it's hitting the sweet spot, and I kind of needed a break from tech death, and here lately I've kind of taken a break from tech death, and I'm either listening to kind of more brutal stuff that's just kind of more old school, kind of dying fetus style stuff here lately has grabbed me, and the old school melodic death style stuff here has grabbed me. A lot of just the old school kind of deicide type stuff has grabbed me lately. So this is kind of going in what I'm in the mood for lately too, so it could have been better timing. So if this all sounds good, I definitely recommend you check out this album. I'm gonna put in the comments, or in the description rather, links on where you can buy it, and I'll put a video clip so you can hear a song from it. So that's it. That's Death Revenge by Exhumed. Go check it out.